if I had to bet on whether he'll get to 20 goals this season, I would say no. I think if it goes well, maybe 12 to 15.
Question from El Sandal on Instagram. Are Newcastle overpaying for Isak? And there I am doing it in a Swedish way. And what will he bring to the Premier League?
I think they might be overpaying for him, but that doesn't mean he won't be a good signing. They were always going to have to. You know, he had a buyout clause of 90 million euros. So they were going to have to meet Real Sociedad more than halfway. I feel that it's a really good price for Real Sociedad, and there are things that they can do with the money. But he will be missed because he's been really, really good for them. And bear in mind that he came sort of a bit like another Real Sociedad player, Mikel Merino, who, funnily enough, was at Newcastle before and showed some promise before not really working out. Just it didn't really work out in the long term. Just it didn't really work out for him at Dortmund, a move that I think came a little bit too soon. Isak was at Borussia Dortmund, you know, a Swedish record transfer when he went there as a 17-year-old. And again, he just wanted to play and develop, and he wasn't prepared to wait. He's been able to do that in Spain. I think
he looked decent in the Euros last year.
Yeah, really good. I think the Zlatan comparison is a poor one.
No.
In terms of, like, you know, expensive Swedish teenagers who are centre forwards.
Spoke a little bit lanky.
Yeah, but I think he's really interesting. For me, he's exactly the sort of player that Newcastle should be going for. Someone who could play with or instead of Callum Wilson. Someone whose best years are very much ahead of him rather than behind him. So if they are paying, we know Premier League clubs have to pay over the top for potential. That's fine. They can live with it. They've got the money. I think with him, you look at the personality to take control of a game, especially as a centre forward, and especially at that age. He won't wait for stuff to happen. He makes stuff happen. He's a good creator. He's good on the ball. He can get behind teams and make goals for his teammates. I think if there's one thing, an area in which he really needs to improve, he needs to be more consistent in front of goal. I think a player like him should be scoring 15 to 20 Premier League goals going forward in a season, as well as creating others for his teammates. If I had to bet on whether he'll get to 20 goals this season, I would say no. I think if it goes well, maybe 12 to 15, because I still think he misses a lot of big chances in the finishing.
We shall wait and see.
How do you say that in Swedish?
Vi ska vänta och se sen om det går bra.
Thank you very much.
Fortsätt ett tag till om du vill.